Hey Blockheads, this is DJ AK the Amanda Knight, and I'm here to let you know that my so-called whatever podcast and No More Games Radio have joined forces. Listen to No More Games Radio on Sundays at 2 p.m. for your favorite episodes of my so-called whatever podcast, and maybe a live episode? Who knows? Tune in to my so-called whatever podcast for upcoming No More Games radio features and exclusive stories from our staff and DJs. And as always, follow us on social media at No More Games Radio and at my so-called whatever. Hang tough!
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom! And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
Can we rock?
What's up, Doc? Can we rock? Did I tell you that I saw the Space Jam movie?
You didn't. Was it good?
I never saw the first one.
Oh.
So I had no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
But Sadie wanted to see it, and we went to the movies. This was a couple weeks ago. We went to the movies and we saw it. It was the first movie we've been to since all of this started.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really fighting the sleeps the whole time.
Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. We're frozen.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, we're not frozen anymore. My internet connection is unstable. That's
oh no,
wonderful.
That figures.
Yeah, so it's just another gotcha
layer, another layer to the day.
Right. I don't know. Today, I wasn't like I had a bad day, but I just was like, I don't know. I could have slept like
in a funk.
Yeah, wicked funk. Yeah. And I don't know. I'm ready to talk about New Kids, and maybe it'll get me out of the funk. Even though we were supposed to do like an 80s, 90s episode, I think that we're just too New Kids centered right now to stray from New Kids stories.
I mean, coming off of Fenway,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think people are ready for that. Like
I
they
think
want
so too.
that. I mean, tell us if that's what you want, but I feel like that's what people want.
Right. We're going to give them what they want.
I mean, that's what we want.
It's all that we want.
I would also like $1 million.
Oh, same.
But yeah, I mean, I will take this with open arms and an open heart.
With open arms.
That was great.
Yeah. Little open arms.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Maybe we just get into it.
I think we should get into it.
Get into these fun stories.
Yes. 100%.
So let's do it.
This is Brooke.
This is Nikki.
This is my so-called whatever.
And
welcome to the block party.
We ain't leaving out nobody. Nope. Especially not any of these Fenway stories. We're not leaving them out.
No way, no how.
No. So, yeah. I did an open call a few times for audio, which you will hear at the end of this episode. So stay tuned. And I went into the Facebook group and asked a couple times for people's Facebook stories, Fenway stories. And I did get a lot of pictures and videos, and I don't know how to really translate that to the podcast episode, but I'm going to try to do some of them. Some came with a story, which was awesome. So I took the story. Not that any of the posts that anybody in the comments that people left weren't awesome, because they were totally awesome. And I looked at every single one and loved every single one. But it's hard to like translate it into a story for the podcast, if you know what I mean. Like, does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense, because you can't read a photo. You can't read a photo like on a podcast that people listen to.
Can you hear that?
I can't anymore. I could when it first started, but now I can't hear it.
Okay. You guys, I have to turn the AC on. It is hot again, hot as balls up here.
Yeah.
It's just this old house. Cool. Yeah. So I had to turn the AC on. So if you hear a little noise, that's what it is. So before we begin, we were on Rattail.
We were on their episode last week. So if you haven't seen it, go to their channel, YouTube channel, Rattail, and watch it.
Yeah. Now we're cooking with gas.
We're cooking with gas, everyone. Yeah, buddy.
Had some technical difficulties. We have, I think, fixed them. And so on we go. So we were on Rattail. They were amazing. Love Adrian and Chris. Love them. Love to collaborate with stuff with them. And hopefully you'll see more of that in the future, because they're just fun. They're just fun to talk to, and we laugh and we have a good time. So they're good people.
I was just going to say that they're really good people. Like, just, that they're genuine and awesome. And, it was really fun to do the episode, and hopefully we'll be able to do more things together in the future.
Yeah, I hope so. That will be nice. If you're hearing this, we have a great story to share with you from Rattail, from Adrian and Chris. Wicked funny story. I feel for her, because I just felt like it's something that I would do. Like, when she was talking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can totally relate to this. Like, this would happen to me. Like, so you guys need to stay tuned and listen to the audio at the end. So make sure you stay tuned. Yes. Also, we've got some audio clips that we're adding to the end of this. So make sure you go through the whole episode and listen to those audio clips, because they're fun. So shall we get on with it?
I was just going to say end scene.
End scene.
End scene. Yeah, we should. So we have some things to share from the Facebook group.
Right.
People posted.
And we have pictures on our website.
Right. So make sure you go to our website, mysocalledwhatever.com, if you don't already know, and check out this episode, today's episode, and you can see the photos. And that goes for photos for any of the stories where we have photos.
Right.
So check it out. But did you want to share some of the stories?
Sure. So
people left?
Most of these came from that call out that I asked for in the Facebook group. Actually, all of these ones that I'm about to read. The first one was from Danielle, and like her and her 3 friends were called the Block Pack, and they all had denim rompers, and like on their car on the back, and you'll see in the picture, it says Donnie's Rompers. And I thought that was so adorable. So freaking cute. And what fun.
That is so fun. But can I just say something?
Yes, you may.
I'm looking at these ladies in these denim rompers.
Yeah.
And not all I can think of is how sweaty.
Oh my gosh.
I would have died.
I would have died as well.
I would have died. See the pictures of them by the car, and they're like on the pavement. I would have been on that pavement.
And they're like cool as a cucumber.
They look beautiful.
Yeah. I'm sure they looked beautiful at the end of the concert. Like nothing had happened.
Right.
They're those types of people. Nothing. Whereas like you and I, here we are. And Adrian and Chris were talking about it too on their episode.
Yeah.
We're like sweating balls.
Dish rags. Would they say dish rags?
Yes.
But anyway, the pictures are super cute. Looked like they had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
With their outfits, and check it out.
Yeah. Then we had Tara or Tara. I don't know how you pronounce it. I always get, confused with this name because I've seen it both ways. Mm-hmm. She says, we met up with fellow blockheads from California. We are from Connecticut, whom we met online through an NKOTB group. We stayed at the same hotel and had drinks the night before on the rooftop. Fun. Listening to Green Day play Fenway. Fun. Then sat with them to enjoy the show. Sorry, I don't have pictures of all of us, but here's one. So she added a picture, and there's some of them. I don't know which ones, but it's a cute picture.
It is a cute picture. I love it.
Then we have Deana. She is a sweetheart. I ended up messaging back and forth with her because her story is just so cute. And her story goes, popped my fiance's NKOTB cherry, hung out with Jessica and Augie, who I've been friends with for years. And Augie and my fiance had a blast together, and met Michael Kennedy from Missouri, a blockhead I've known and my fiance met online through me. He sent us a wedding present before even meeting us. Aw.
Oh, that's so nice.
So awesome to meet him after all these years. And to boot, my soon-to-be hubby is now part of the familia and is hooked. He had a blast. I'm so glad.
That's awesome.
Super cute pictures. I love Jess. I don't know Augie. I'm sure he's great. I have yet to meet him. I have yet to meet Jess. Oh wait, yes, I did meet Jess. Did I meet Jess? Yes, I did. I think I met Jess at the Wahlburgers. I think I met her at the Wahlburgers food truck thing. Love her. She's so sweet. And can we just talk about that? His front of his shirt says Block Party Virgin. And the back of it says, got my cherry popped at Fenway. I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's super fun.
So what a great story. So many cute pictures. So guys, go on the website and see them because they're so cute. Christine says, a group of about 10 of us who met through a Facebook group and chat to create a thank you video for House Party finally met up after Zooming with each other every week or so for the past year and a half. A few of us were in the same hotel and roomed up like a big slumber party while others were nearby. Met up in person for the first time in Novara Thursday night. So much fun and so thankful to finally hug my girls. Hashtag HPG squad. House Party Girl Squad. I think that's what
I'm thinking. Yeah.
Now, I think they're the same ones that told the story on NKOTB Block Action. So on the NKOTB Block Action group, if you guys don't already know, we're a bunch of content creators, new kids content creators that get together. We have an event. The last one that was just hosted, I believe they went on and told their story, or told some of their story, which was really cute. So, and she said, here are some of us. We didn't get everyone in the pic at the same time, but like NKOTB, herding cats is a thing.
Think about how hard it is to get everybody together for a group picture.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And because we experienced that.
Yes,
not that it was hard, but it kind of is. You have to be patient.
You do.
You all have to be in it at the same time.
Right. Right.
For the, when the opportunity is there, you all
otherwise you get photoshopped in.
Exactly.
Like a hard picture.
And we've had that.
We've had it happen multiple times.
Multiple pictures.
Yeah. So do you want to read Laura's Fenway story?
I would love to.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Laura or Lara.
Again, maybe it's Lara.
I know, kind of like Tara and Tara.
Uh-huh.
Lara.
Right.
So she wrote, this is my first Fenway show and I am still crying 2 days later. This was an amazing show. Donnie created something truly special and wonderful. You could see the love, the light, and the passion in their eyes the entire show. I'm so thankful for the guys and the opportunity to see them at Fenway.
That was a perfect story. Thank you for
Perfect.
sending that.
Thank you so much for sending that, Lara, and
Love
sharing
it.
your thoughts. I think that we all are in agreement with you.
Yeah. Do you want to actually read the next one too? Because I read a bunch of them. So how about you read the next one?
I would be happy to.
And I love Erin and Denise. Love them. So just want to put that out there. I love everybody. I love you, Lara, however you say it. I love you too. I love everybody that shared stuff and those who don't. Still love you.
It's like a blanket.
Hashtag love.
Love all.
Hashtag spread love, love will spread. Right? Is that how you say it?
I think so.
It's late, guys. It's late. We're a little punchy.
This is Erin and Denise's shirt stories. What went from wanting to have a cute concert shirt became us being fully outfitted for a 3-day adventure of planned wardrobe changes to make traveling to see our favorite guys that much more special.
Friggin' amazing. Friggin' amazing.
Like a cruise.
Kind of like the cruise. Yes.
Our husbands laughed at, but in the end fully supported our meticulous planning and frivolous spending. They also served as our paparazzi and photo shoot coordinators. So here's our shirt story. Put the brakes on. We had a New Kids shirt emergency at 11:30 p.m. on July 22nd. Our original plan of ordering our shirts to the print shop my husband uses for work wasn't going to work. We quickly rerouted plans and threw out feelers to all the crafty people we knew. I didn't think we would get any biters since we only had about a 2-week turnaround time for all these shirts to come to life. Thankfully, the girl who made our mixtape Joey Jordan shirts was all in. Phew, crisis averted. Vaccinated shirts by Erin. Back when the concert originally got postponed, there was so much uncertainty over what the following summer would bring, especially with vaccines hopefully being rolled out and us hoping that we would be able to get ours as soon as possible. An idea was born that if indeed we were able to be vaccinated prior to the concert, which is what we were hoping for when we were planning for this a year ago, that I would get us vaccinated for Joey and vaccinated for Jordan's shirts. With this idea in my pocket, the new year came, and a few months in, Denise and I were able to get vaccinated. Her with Pfizer and me with Moderna. So my idea came to fruition with the help of a local crafty mom who was able to make my vision of a sports jersey look with our respective vaccines and the number 2 signifying how many shots we've endured for our boys. LOL.
That's cute.
We wore these shirts for the leg of our trip from the first night's hotel to Boston and then out and about in town while we explored that first night. Coffee Party by Denise. We needed all the caffeine to deal with our husbands. Deal with this New Kids adventure. A coffee party, by definition, is a group of friends or relatives drinking coffee together, enjoying the company of others. Coffee parties have also been known to have included snacks. We planned to have a coffee party the morning of the concert, so we needed shirts. For New Kids events, my main color is Joey Blue for his eyes. Erin's main color is pink, our fave. My Joey Blue shirt said, I like my coffee hot like Joey. Erin's pink shirt said, I like my coffee hot like Jordan. We brought our newly purchased NKOTB bedsheet collection mugs for the coffee party too.
Very cool.
Love that.
Very
That's
cool.
So fun.
What if I like my coffee icy? What? I like
Icy.
my coffee smooth like Joe. Smooth.
Smooth.
Smooth and chilled.
I like my coffee sugar-free. I like my coffee with almond milk and Splenda.
Doesn't really go on a shirt, but that's okay.
Oh, gosh. All right. Besties by Erin. For the past few years, Denise and I have been each other's NKOTB ride or die, especially throughout quarantine where we didn't miss a live and frequently cheered each other up, talking all things New Kids in hopes that the concert would eventually happen. So it only made sense when we saw the NKOTB besties with the hashtag Fenway 2021 hashtag that we needed to add them, as well as upgrade the back to read our favorite guys' last names. We wore these during the day on Friday as we took another trip out into town to see some more sights and visit Denise's husband's favorite brewery. So fun. Block Party Pregame by Denise. When we were looking online for all of the cute shirt options, we saw a block party design we thought was super cute. After showing a friend, we were excited when she unknowingly made us that design on an extra tank we had purchased, but weren't sure how to use it. So we were styling for our pre-gaming and new kids dance party in our hotel. P.S. I love this.
This is so cute.
I love all of this. It's so fun. Concert Time by Erin. Denise and I decided at Mixtape in 2019 that our new go-to for concert shirts would be something super cute with our favorite's name as big as possible in glitter. So the Joey and Jordan shirts were born. Getting all dolled up and putting that glittery shirt on is the icing on the cake of concert planning. This year's were nothing short of amazing, as the font was even bigger and the glitter, the perfect combo of silver and rainbow, our confetti. Coupled with my vintage Jordan pin that my mom found while cleaning up my old room to move, and Denise's vintage Joey pin that she was able to replace from eBay, we were on top of the world concert night. Meeting some people from the groups that Denise painstakingly learned about and introduced me to, having a few cocktails at Fenway, the energy, the confetti, and of course the guys made it a night I will never forget. P.S. We also wore our NKOTB Boston shirts for the car ride and house party shirts to bed.
Aw.
Special thank you shout outs. 312 Custom Designs. Sparkle by Night. Ryan. Heather, Katie, Christy, Melissa, Teresa, and JJ from MSCW Community. Chris and Adrian from Rattail. Confetti and Dreams. Riley Girl. Confetti by Karina. And last, but certainly not least, Nikki and Brooke. Aww. Without you, our stories would just be our stories. With you, they are everyone's. Looking forward to meeting up with you at the Wanderer, putting that out in the universe. Love, Denise and Erin.
Yes. So I can't wait to see you at the Wanderer. I'm making Brooke go.
We talked about it.
Yeah, we were going anyway, but
right.
Now that I, for some reason, thought it was like in like the late spring, but it's actually like in March.
Oh, I thought that it was in spring too. I thought it was like April.
I think it's March and April.
Oh, okay.
So we could go in April. Like that would be fine. So just Easter weekends out, I'm sure. But we should
Easter and school vacation.
As soon as they that's right, because you are not going to be around.
Correct. Well, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to figure out the dates, and then as soon as tickets go on sale, buy the tickets, and then
we'll see you there.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
And we'll see you there. And guys, go to our website. You need to check out their pictures. These shirts are so cute, and they're like twins.
They are.
They were like twinning all weekend.
Very cute.
I love it.
So adorable.
I love it so much. I love the NKOTB Besties shirt.
Which ones did they wear for the concert?
The Joey and Jordan ones with their pins.
Ah, and they had matching purses.
Yeah,
and shorts.
They look like twins.
So cute.
I love it. Even their hair is like the same.
Yes, it's so adorable.
It is. I love it so much. Thank you guys so much for sharing.
Yes. Thank you.
And, seeing that coffee mug, I didn't know that I really wanted one, but now I think I kind of do want one.
I think you need one. I got the blanket, and it's everything and more than I'd hoped for.
Is it really?
Yeah. So I'm glad I got two.
Ordered mine
because I'm totally putting them on my couch, like just for display purposes. So whenever there's not like a holiday, my new kids' blankets will be on my couch.
I think that you should keep them there for holidays too.
Well, I have special holiday blankets that I put on my couch.
I think that they deserve to enjoy the festive season.
I'll tape little Santa hats on all of them. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Geordie Claus.
Yes. Geordie Claus.
Oh gosh.
So we have one more story to share. We actually have a ton more stories to share, but we're going to divide them up because there's a lot. Right. We're so thankful for all of you guys that sent stories because they're so awesome and we love them.
100%.
So
we were so excited. Like, I'm kind of nervous before Fenway, but like we just kept reminding ourselves, like, we're gonna get stories.
Yes, because
And
you guys
delivered.
It was getting a little scary. I'm just gonna say, and we would have figured something out. I'm sure we would have.
Right,
but it was.
And I think we said that on an episode.
Yeah. It was just like, oh, I hope we get stories, and we did. So we're happy. We are happy.
It gives us life.
It does.
And content.
Exactly. So I'm going to read Jess's. I think her name's Jess, but I get confused because it says Kelly too sometimes. So I think like one like is a real name, and but I think it's Jess.
Yes.
I think it's Jess. Jess's Fenway recap. Hello, my fellow blockheads. Here's my quick story about my experience at the show. I traveled from New York the same day of the concert with only a few hours to spare before it started. I went straight from dropping my daughter off at school, in which she had no idea I was even attending the concert. She's a Joe girl, and I'm a John girl with severe Donnie tendencies. Let's backtrack a bit when I originally bought my tickets and had to get refunded because I thought I would not be able to attend. Fast forward to the week of the concert, my mom surprised me with picking up my daughter from school, which meant that I was going to be there. Now all I had to get was my plane ticket and actual concert ticket. Before I got off the phone, and my mom might have taken back the idea, everything was done within 15 minutes. Concert day had arrived, and I must admit, being a Yankees fan, I felt like I was betraying my team. But I had a phenomenal time. I laughed, I screamed, and most of all, I cried once I got on stage. I went with my friends, Jolena and Brittany, who traveled from Atlanta, and we had a blast. BH love. Love the story.
Thanks. That's so awesome. That's so awesome of your mom.
I know.
And like, you made that happen like that.
You did. And that's amazing.
I mean, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
That's right. You got to get to Fenway. So I'd feel the same way going into Yankee Stadium. So
I would too. I really would.
I'd be like weirded out. Like,
yes,
Yankees. Bleh.
Well, right. And
Derek Jeter played here. Bleh.
Bleh.
Red Sox all the way. All the way.
Yeah. I'd be like, yeah. Yep. Same. But guys, thank you so much.
Thank you sorry, Brooke, you go ahead. Say what you were going to say.
No, I was just going to say thank you so much for sending your stories and sending pictures and posting in the group your, snippets of experiences and pictures. And we love you for that. We have more to come, but that's all we've got for today. But you got to stay tuned and listen at the end.
That's right, because we have more stories for you. So keep them coming. Keep the stories coming. Keep sending them because we love to hear them and we love to read them to you guys. Send us your pictures too with those stories and send them to mysocalledwhatever@gmail.com. And also this week, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm leaving for Las Vegas.
Yes.
Leaving Las Vegas. Actually, I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm going to Las Vegas. So hopefully I have a meet and greet with Joey. Fingers crossed. And hopefully I'll say something to him.
Yeah, you will. I mean, you're going to say something to him.
Who knows? And if you guys see us in Vegas, or actually, sorry, not Brooke. Boo.
I will not be there. I will be there in spirit.
But if you see me, come get a bracelet. I'll have some bracelets on me. Hopefully I'll have them on me when you come see me. But come and see me and I'll give you a bracelet. Yay. And make sure you say, where's my bracelet? I want my bracelet.
Yeah, do that.
Because sometimes I get like in the moment and I'll like be like, shit, I forgot to give her a bracelet. Or him. I forgot to give him his bracelet.
Right.
So get your bracelets.
Joey, make sure that you ask Nikki for your bracelet.
Maybe Debbie too. Who knows?
Oh, yes.
Who knows?
Yes.
So
Debbie, that bracelet would look so nice with that necklace.
It really would. All right, guys. Well, we'll be loving you forever
and ever.
Amen.
Peace.
Nope, that came out weird. Peace. Bye.
Amen. Bye.
Okay, so we'll tell you our story now. Okay.
Yes, I can't wait to hear it.
It's awkward.
It's just awkward.
Hey, Pat.
Okay, I'll start us off.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we had been invited to brunch the day that we were leaving. So we were leaving at 4 p.m. and we got invited to brunch by a group of women that we had met over social media, but like one of those that we hadn't met in person. And they live close to us in California. So we were kind of invested because, we can make some friends that actually live pretty close to us. And so they had a reservation at Novara, and we had been there the night before, but we were like, let's go again. And we went to Novara for brunch. And then from there, we were going to leave to the airport. And they were lovely.
Oh, I love them.
Oh my gosh. Like, I'm now staying in Vegas with them. Like, they're just cool fucking chicks. They're awesome. And it was really fun. And we met a new friend, and for protection, what's a name we can give her? Natalie. Okay, so we met a new friend, Natalie. And Natalie pointed out that actually Mr. Wood Sr. was in our vicinity and that he was eating brunch right down the patio from us. So if you know Novara's patio, it's pretty narrow. And he had taken the anchor spot at the end. Mm-hmm. And he was surrounded by like 15 of these very well-groomed women. And so our new friend, Natalie, she was like, I think you all should go up there and say hello. And like,
she had kind of met him earlier and like felt comfortable at this point talking to him. So she's like, no, I'll take you up there. I'll introduce you. It's all going to be good.
Yeah. And she had met him before, and he's very friendly. And we've heard from many fans that he is very friendly. So we were nervous. I was just like, okay, we're just going to do this. Like,
I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Took a sip of the champagne. We've got our little bracelet. We got our Rattail Loves NKOTB Fenway bracelet because we're going to give it to Mr. Wood. And Natalie walks us up, and there's stairs. And they're all in the middle of their meal. And we get there, and it's crickets.
Well, guys, you have to understand also, it's not just a table. It's like you walk up a little staircase. It's this private deck area with this beautiful tree. And they're very focused on eating away from other people.
Yeah. So the three of us show up the stairs, and there's no greeting. And I could just see Mr. Wood, and he just took a bite of his Benedict, and he turns over and just kind of stares at us. And then Natalie, biggest sweetheart, starts this speech of like, these are my friends from Rattail. Rattail is a YouTube channel. And no one at the table is saying anything.
I mean, it was very sweet. She was great.
She was
great.
Just,
they didn't care.
They were like, what the fuck are you doing by our table?
So I kind of walked up behind Adrian, and then one nice lady saved us. And I'm pretty sure she was lying, but she goes, oh, I recognize you. Yeah. And like tried to like make it a little better. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, okay. And
I reached over with
level was like,
and I reached over with my bracelet, and I said, here's our bracelet. And I put it down, and then we turned away.
And got the fuck
out of there.
I'm telling you, like, if it wasn't that lady, it would have been even worse. Because I knew she was lying. She did not recognize us. She was just trying to be nice and like, shit, we're trapped. We're in a trap. I need to help.
It was the worst thing. It was bad. And so all the blockheads know Danny is very responsive on Insta if you DM him. So I DM'd Danny right away, and I said, we just crashed your father's brunch. We are mortified. Can you please tell him we're sorry? And Danny eventually got back to us, and he was like, you're all good. But it was just not for I'm celebrity shy. Like I'm not good at meeting celebrities. It just was mortifying.
I just had a gut feeling it was a no.
And it just shouldn't have done it. And I never want it to happen again. Maybe that was the worst experience we're ever gonna have. with a new kid celebrity, and there it's done. We ripped the Band-Aid off.
He's not a celebrity, so I don't feel that bad.
Oh, I think he's a celebrity. So
I bet he left wearing that bracelet. I'm just gonna say it. I bet he left wearing it.
It's shower-proof.
He's now a subscriber.
Yeah.
Awkward, but it was fun, and we do love Natalie for introducing.
Yes,
us,
she was.
We did get.
That was really, really sweet of her.
We did get to
That
meet him either way,
was.
you know.
She wanted us to have the best experience ever. You could tell. She just marched. She was our courage. She marched us up and gave the speech, and God bless her for it. Like it was.
Yeah,
it was
pretty
really fantastic. So that's
Natalie,
our
we love you.
story, and yeah.
Yeah.
We went to the airport. Had some more to drink.
You ever want to be interrupted? Give us a call.
That's a great story.
I
That
would
is a
love
great
it if you
story.
guys came up to our table at Novara.
If you ever needed to be saved from a really bad dinner, just let us know.
Let us know.
We'll come right over.
But what was really fun is even at that brunch, we had like maybe 3 or 4 people come up and say hi, and that was just like, man, the night before at Novara, there were so many blockheads we knew. It just felt like we all owned the restaurant. Like it was so much fun.
It was great.
Like just it was just incredible. And the poor wait staff, like we were always up and down taking pictures.
Like, can you please move? Can you please
Can
move?
we
We're
move?
always in the way.
Always in the way.
Always.
But it was just so fun.
great.
Can we go back?
And
Jordan,
Novara
building
is so good.
It was
so
delicious.
good. It's so good.
Those
Um,
meatballs.
We
Yeah.
had the meatballs. We did.
They're amazing.
So good.
I
I
had
dream
it
about
because
them.
of your recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so thank you.
Okay.
Hi, Brooke and Nikki. This is Christina Meyer. I am sending in my recaps of the Maryland and Fenway shows. I decided to record them separately just so hopefully this doesn't get to be too long. But feel free to edit or chop up or use the whole thing, whatever works for your podcast. So I went to the Maryland show. That was my first time traveling anywhere since this whole COVID pandemic. So I was a little nervous to be on a plane and to be traveling again. But the flight there was fine. We rented a car, which took us like an hour and a half to get the car because they were out of vehicles at the time. So that was interesting. But luckily we had gotten in town early enough that we had time before we had to be at the venue for our meet and greet. So we went to our hotel, got ready for the meet and greet, went to meet our group at the venue. Let's just say that the venue was not ready for the blockheads to arrive. The signage was pretty much non-existent, and nobody seemed to know where we were supposed to park. So you saw lots of blockheads driving around trying to figure out which parking lot we were supposed to park in for the VIP meet and greet. We finally found a nice security guy who told us to park in the parking structure, which we did, and then we went to walk to try to find where we were supposed to go for the meet and greet, and we saw a line of cars kind of waiting to get at this ramp to go uphill to park somewhere. So then we were questioning if we had parked in the right spot. We talked to a guy there who had a list of names and basically said your name had to be on a list to park in that area and ours wasn't. But luckily we found a nice woman who worked for the pavilion, and she had a golf cart, and she agreed to give us a ride to where we needed to go for the meet and greet, since it was kind of a bit of a walk uphill. And she told us that our car should be fine where we had parked it in the structure, so that was a relief, because we didn't want to come out and find that our car wasn't going to be there after the show. So anyway, we get to the meet and greet area, and we meet up with the other girls in our group. We did not have a full group, so we still needed to find a few more people for our group. But luckily, the on the list staff who was working to get everybody checked in were kind of keeping tabs on what groups still needed people and what kind of people were looking for groups. So they actually helped us fill our group after about an hour of kind of waiting around, which is very helpful. So then we were able to finally kind of check in and go into the meet and greet area, where we got to hang out. We got to see Salt and Pepper do their sound check while we were waiting for the meet and greet to start. And then our boys arrived, which was amazing, having not, seen them for a couple years since the last cruise. It was awesome to see, all 5 guys there. And so it was finally time to kind of line up to go in for the meet and greet. First in line was Danny, who gave us a hug. And then Donnie was next to him, and that's who I was standing with for the picture. Donnie gave me a hug and said that he missed me and loved me, which is awesome. And then we took our picture, and then, went down the line, hugged the other guys. Saw Joe, who said that it was good to see me again. He gave me a big hug. And then can I just say that John Knight gives the best hugs in the whole entire world. He gave me like the strongest hug ever, and it was just amazing, and I love that man. So the meet and greet was over. We kind of hung out until it was time for the show, and we went to our seats, and then they had Slugga Bear and Vinny come out and do the opening, kind of similar to what they did at Fenway, and then Salt and Pepper was on. And their set was pretty similar to what they had done in the mixtape tour. They still, put on a great show, and they had their awesome backup dancers who are fun to watch perform with them, so that was cool. And then it was time for New Kids. And let's just say that I was glad to have been able to go to the Maryland show because it was a nice little preview of what to expect at Fenway. So it was cool to get like a hint at what the set list and everything was going to be for Fenway. That opener for the show is just amazing. With We Were Here, I just love how they put that together. And Donnie's vision for that was awesome. And the show just kind of kicked off from there. Joe performing, and everyone saw his electric hair, which was pretty funny. But it was pretty awesome how his hair stood up like that. And then a little bit before the New Kids set started, there was some drama with a girl that was kind of in the front row of our section and another girl, and security had to be called over. And there was a lot of commotion. But surprisingly, they did not, kick anybody out of the venue. They just had that girl go back to her seat and when the New Kids were about to start. So I don't know what the drama was, but that was pretty interesting. And then, the list was pretty much similar to Fenway for the Maryland show, just a little bit smaller scale because it's not as big of a venue. We were kind of near the aisle and that led to like the backstage door, so we got to see the guys come out when they went to go into the crowd, and Joe and Jordan kind of ran by where our seats were, which was pretty cool when they went out into the audience, so that was fun. And the show was epic and lots of confetti, and it was great to be back in our happy place again. And so then we went back to our hotel, and then the next day we drove to Fenway. And I will send that in a separate recording. Bye. Hi, Brooke and Nikki. This is Christina Meyer again, and this is my Fenway recap. First of all, I want to say it was so good to get to see you ladies and so many of the other MSCW friends that we've met at other events. So it was great to get to see everybody and hang out after not being able to see anyone for, a couple of years. So that was awesome. We went to the Maryland show, so we ended up driving 7 hours to Boston the next day, which was a pretty okay drive. There was lots of construction and traffic was a little heavy, but we just jammed out to boy band songs all the way there, so it was a pretty fun drive. So we were there kind of the day before the Fenway show, and we checked into our hotel, and then we found out that I guess Green Day was playing at Fenway that night, so there was a lot of fans in the hotel that were going to that show, and then the New Kids fans were kind of checking in for our Fenway show. That was the next day, so the hotel was pretty busy. We were kind of walking around to go to dinner, and sorry, I just got interrupted by my husband, so hopefully you can edit this if you need to. So anyway, we were walking around looking for some place to go for dinner, and we passed by a group of the pedicab guys, and one of the guys kept saying, "Rides to the show, rides to Fenway Park." And we told them that we weren't going to Fenway Park that night, but we were going the next night. So hopefully they would be out there and we could get a ride. But that kind of became a little bit of a running joke with our group that every time we saw a pedicab, we kept saying that the whole weekend that we were there. And sadly, since we had to be at the venue so early for the meet and greet, the pedicabs were not out there. So we did not get to get our ride to Fenway Park. And that's a horrible Boston accent. I apologize to all Bostonians out there. Anyway, so we got to the venue. It was kind of hot out. So we were kind of standing outside. Again, we did not have a full group for our meet and greet, so we needed to find some more people. But when we got there and we met one of the girls from our group, she had found a couple of John girls, so we were up to 7 and we only needed 3 more girls, which we were able to find actually pretty quickly. So we ended up being group B as in boy when we checked in, which is crazy because I have never been that early in the lineup for the meet and greet. So we were able to kind of check in and get inside pretty quickly. And I just have to say, thank God that they had a giant fan in the kind of meet and greet, like waiting social area because it was hot and we pretty much just hung out in front of that fan to get stay cool. So that was amazing. And I'm glad they were thoughtful enough to have that up there for us so we didn't sweat to death while we were waiting. While we were kind of hanging out and waiting for the meet and greet to start, we got to hear the New Kids sound check and BBD sound check, which was pretty cool. We're getting all excited for the show to start. And so 3 of the girls who were in our meet and greet group were first timers for doing like VIP and a meet and greet. So we were kind of talking to them and they were super excited, and it was really cute to see like how excited they were to finally get to meet the guys. And we were kind of trying to tell them what to expect with the meet and greet, and that it goes quickly, but this is what you should do. So one of the girls was a Joe girl, so she was standing with me because I was standing with Joe for that picture. So I was kind of trying to tell her what to do. So we finally, started lining up for the meet and greet. We were second in line. And then I had a shirt that I had bought for Danny. And so, we go in and he's first and we hug him and I show him the shirt. And the shirt said, "I shaved my balls for this," which when I saw it, I had to get it for Danny because, it just had Danny written all over it. So I showed it to him and he laughed. And then I don't think he got that I got the shirt for him. So he kind of laughed and was like, "Oh, that's funny." And then I was like, "No, it's for you." And he was like, "Really? It's for me?" And he seemed kind of surprised. And then he took the shirt and said, "Thank you." And he said, "I have like a little pile of gifts that I, got started over here." So he kind of added it to his pile. But it seemed like he appreciated the humor of the shirt. So that was cool. And maybe it'll show up on one of his Woodworks episodes. And then Donnie was next, and again, I got to hug him, and he said that he loved me and that it was great seeing me again. And it's always great seeing Donnie, and Donnie gives great hugs. And then we went on down the line to Jordan and then Joe. And the girl who I was standing next to Joe with, since she was a newbie, she kind of like kept going after she hugged Joe, but it was time for the picture. So I kind of had to pull her back and I was like, "No, wait, you're supposed to stand next to Joe." And I kind of positioned her next to him. And then I kind of mentioned to Joe, like it was her first time, and he was just kind of like, "Okay, whatever." And then it was time to take the picture. And then, Joe said, it was good to see me again. And then we went on and hugged John, who again gave the strongest and longest hug ever. And it seemed like he didn't want to let go. And I just love John, and I love John hugs. So that was amazing again. And then our meet and greet was over. And, as the other Joe girl, since she was a first timer, what she thought of the experience, and she was like just smiling ear to ear and was so excited and said it was awesome. So I was really happy for her that her first meet and greet experience was so great and that she just really enjoyed it and she was able to have that experience. So then, once the meet and greet wrapped up, we went and found our seats, and we're waiting for the show to start. And they ended up dropping that NKOT Boston sign, which was really fun and amazing. So we got to see them drop that, and that was like a great kind of kickoff for what was to come for the show. And then again, they had Slug a Bear do kind of the opening DJ set like they did at Maryland. And then it was time for our boys. And let me just say that opening number at Fenway was the most amazing concert opening number I have ever seen. Donnie really outdid himself with planning that. We had, confetti, fireworks, there was dancers, there were flags waving, there was the coming home song. There was the video in the background talking about coming back to Boston, and it just seemed perfect. And it was the opening from the Maryland show times 1,000, and the energy was just amazing. And it just really set the pace for what the rest of the show was going to be, which was this awesome journey with our guys that we didn't want to end. So I really love that. Some other highlights of the show is I love the new kind of mashup of Single and the choreography for that. I can watch that over and over and over again because it was just fire. I liked how they kind of intermingled Belle Biv DeVoe, kind of like how they did the mixtape tour, where they got to kind of intermix their songs throughout the show. So that was cool. My faves from BBD were Poison and When Will I See You Smile Again. So I was really happy that they did both of those songs. And I really thought it was touching how Donnie made sure to give BBD and New Edition props and to, again, as he stated many, many times before, to again acknowledge that, there would be no New Kids without New Edition. And I thought that was a great moment between the two groups. And I love the NKTV news with Rainin' Fellas, and I have since listened to that song on repeat over and over again because it's raining pecs and abs, and who wouldn't love it to rain Donnie, Danny, Jordan, Joe, and John. So I thought that was just a perfect song for their quick change camera. And again, props to whoever came up with that idea. I love the throwback medley with the Nanook shirts. I thought that was amazing again. And of course, always awesome when they go into the crowd. And we had Joe kind of near our section, so that was awesome. And then I loved how they went even further into the crowd to the people back in the stands to make sure that they got some attention too. So that was pretty awesome. As always, the show went way too fast and we didn't want it to end. And it seemed like we slammed into Hanging Tough before, we knew it. I also say the moment with Griffin was another touching moment. It was just seemed like this full circle moment to see, this teenage Griffin up there playing piano and singing with the guys when you remember him being brought out with Joe carrying him when he was, much younger and singing. And now he was up there kind of playing piano and singing with the guys. So that was just an awesome, awesome moment to see. And, just overall, the show was epic. I wish we could go back. I really hope they release it, as a, download or a DVD or something, because I really feel like that show needs to be captured in some kind of physical form that we can all watch over and over and over again, and not just on YouTube videos, which are awesome, but, it'd be great to just have a, quality video of that whole show, because it was truly, truly epic. So that's my recap. Hopefully I didn't babble too long. It was a lot to cover, but it was amazing. I can't wait for what's to come next from our guys. Love seeing you ladies, and bye.